Mares! 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 Woo! Yay!
Okay, what the fuck is up, every pony? Welcome to the Hobby Horse Podcast. I'm not the originally scheduled host of this podcast. Believe it or not, he is currently taking a final exam at this moment, so he's not able to be here, okay? But I am joined by some co-hosts here. I've got Philiac.
Good evening, Anon.
Shut up!
It's great to be here. Great to be back on another panel. Hope we can
Stop
do it
believing
again.
yourself!
All right. Next person.
We have
Content.
Luzian.
Hey, what's up? Luzian here. How you doing?
Yo!
And we have Smutty.
Everyone's favorite mod fag.
Dave. And Yards.
Hi.
That's Yard?
That's yours.
Oh, that's
I didn't know that was Yard.
So I thought you
I just found out.
I thought he looked more like a Chad. On the version, right? You know.
This
Yard.
podcast
Taking
before.
up
and-
two.
So
Did you think my name was Circumference over at King Arthur's table?
I don't really know what goes next. Does anybody
I gave you ideas.
help out?
We wrote them down.
Oh, you dropped your red bull.
Hey, don't worry. I watched 15 minutes of this podcast, so that makes, and I'm an expert at everything this guy's worked on before. So trust me, I got this covered. Okay. So
Yo, Corp, what happened to my idea?
you just talk about White
Shut up,
Castle,
Feisty.
and you post ponies on the thumbnail so people click on it, but it has nothing to do with ponies. And then after that, you tell a convention that it has something to do with ponies,
Mares.
and they don't watch it.
Mares?
either. Yeah, mares.
Mares.
Exactly.
Mares?
Yes.
Yeah, White Castle? White Castle?
Oh,
Bears?
hell yeah.
White Castle?
I love me some White Castle.
The White Castle.
All right. Well, my HarmonyCon attendees, how about that parking? Right.
Right.
It's really driving cars into spots out there.
So how many of you guys have actually been on this podcast before? Like the hobby?
No,
Yeah.
one.
I have.
Okay.
Once.
So what the heck makes you want to do this? With a host that doesn't even know what he's talking about half the time?
The promise of clout.
You got more working for MLPA and Zakai than this. Like,
Personally, I just wanted to talk about ponies with the boys and have a good
I can say my piece. I want to say
you
my
want to see your
piece.
piece? Hey, Poner, get up
I
here.
wanna say my
Like it.
Say your piece.
All right, so once upon a time there was a show called the ML Podcast.
True.
Yeah,
We're not allowed to talk about that.
and that burned down. So a few people had some ideas of how about we splinter off and run our own show that won't become like the ML Podcast. So I was, led on with the promise that, hey, why not we do something that the ML Podcast didn't or anything like that. So I got into the server. I believe his lies. Don't believe his lies. And yeah, I was a sucker. We did not end up talking about ponies, but instead we would rather make jokes or talk about things like cooking or White Castle. White Castle.
White Castle. I love White Castle.
I want to speak my piece.
How about you, Yart? What got you involved in this show?
I sort of came into this blind, just deciding to, I guess, just talk about horses. At the very least, it was good to eventually have someone, I don't know if it was in the server, if it was just like we were reading Amazon reviews at one point, but I found someone saying that they got the White Castle farms, and that just made my day.
Is that why it's like a running joke? Because like I watched the latest episode to try to catch up, and it's nothing but inside jokes for like the first 20 minutes.
It was awful. I wanted like the conversation to like move on.
Yeah,
from there, and I couldn't like get it moving.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, the creator of this podcast has a long track record of just dumping projects and never picking them up. To name a few, like we have that Sean Keller interview, right? Is anyone still waiting on part 2 from the Sean Keller interview?
It's 8 hours long.
It's 8 hours long. You got 20 minutes.
I'm still waiting for OP to deliver.
And yeah, so
One day.
So instead of actually doing like, I guess like because what I saw in the HarmonyCon panelist thing. We're supposed to pick a topic or something, so why not make it about online projects, right? Why don't we just focus on that?
Yeah, I feel as if we have kind of overstepped the circle jerk. I think it's time to. All right.
Lights over.
Bye.
Shun the non-believer.
That's the right idea. You guys should run now. Okay, now that he's gone, we can actually show what we're actually talking about. Come to Mare Fair.
All right. Well, so yeah, I think talking about online content and online projects is a great idea. I know some of us have been involved directly with some cool websites and stuff for the pony community, for the pony fandom, and that's kind of like a hobby, right? I mean, it's kind of what I do in my free time. So what types of projects do you guys know about? Do you like anything?
So I specifically here at HarmonyCon got to visit the game room where they had an arcade cabinet where you could play MareQuest, and that's a really, really fun game. It's really exciting. I saw some of the developers here, and it's just really cool how it's these people doing it out of the love for mares, and it's a really well-designed, fun game. Yeah, MareQuest.
Very wholesome.
Nice.
Playable on Steam right now.
Very cool.
Okay, what else? Anyone else or in the audience? If you guys just want to yell out, I mean, we're pretty cozy in here, man. You don't have to be quiet if
Cozy. Well, I help run ponyburu.org, one of the alternative burus to Derby Buru. If you're looking for alternative burus, you can go to altburus.com or .org, excuse me. Ponyburu is an alternative form of Derby Buru. We host. Probably. Yeah, I probably shouldn't click on the link real quick, but yeah, I can't click. But it's an alternative to Derby Buru. There's I think 7 alternative Derby Burus right now that you can use, alternative Burus, and they all cater to different things. You've got Twi Buru, which is
Twi Buru is really good, actually. Yeah, I think that's my favorite. Buru.
If you like being completely anonymous with your posting, Twi Buru is the place to go. If you're looking for something more similar to Derby Buru with your own login and whatnot, you can use Pony Buru. If you're a Twitter user, you can use mainburu.art. I think. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on in my space.
There's also things like Lyra Buru, but don't go there. Yeah.
And what's it? Equine Brew?
Equiburu? Yeah, don't go there either.
Don't go there either.
Also PonyTube, pony.tube.
Hey. Yeah, I help with that as well. That's kind of a big deal. Like it's a lot of money.
Yeah, if you're looking
Why do you
for,
do it? What makes you pay that amount of money?
The mares.
The mares?
The mares.
Yeah. Keeping mares alive and keeping that mare content out there, that gets me going every day.
Absolutely. If you're looking for like a video hosting platform for pony content, PonyTube is the way to go.
Hey, get out of here! You left. Go home. Go home, Silver.
Shun the traitor.
Get out of here.
What the hell is Sean?
We're playing Plants vs. Zombies.
How about all the wonderful physical things that people do? We have Patchanon with wonderful patches every con.
Love patches.
We also have the massively produced pony plushies, which are...
Did you just call him Patchanon?
No.
Mass produced.
Yeah.
You called him Patchanon?
He is the
Naysayer?
Naysayer.
The Naysayer store, you call him Patchanon?
The Anon who makes the patches.
So yeah, I think where we're getting to, right, is we're getting to. Do you want to do the?
Which one?
Yeah, let's start off with. So if you guys remember, COVID happened, right?
No, it didn't.
And unfortunately, a lot of conventions in person were canceled, and it was a very sad day. And one of the things that happened was there was this convention called PonyFest.
Yeah, PonyFest Online.
PonyFest Online. I don't know if any of you all have heard of it. Okay. They for the first PonyFest, there was this sort of a dog whistle that people from a certain website about basket weaving,
Underwater Malaysian basket weaving.
Yeah, they had this dog whistle of putting a slash and a closed parenthesis after their name. And this was a secret that meant that they were horrible people, okay, and to stay away from them. And they could recognize each other with this. And people ended up being banned from this convention.
Yeah, eventually they just started banning all of us because they're like, these filthy banners are among us. Sus.
Among us!
We have to ban them right now. And then eventually we all got banned from the Pony Fest online. And then there was a little safety net server that people, I forget who set it up, but was it Spec? Did you set that up?
Oh, wait.
Somebody did. I think it was Spec.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so weirdly enough, Spec set up the server, and then it served as a collection to get all the people that were banned there. And then while everyone was hanging out, we were just thinking, what's stopping us from making our own stupid con? And that's where the first MLP con happened.
Yeah. So MLPCon was an online convention. We did it on Discord.
Discord. The boogeyman.
Disgusting.
I hate it.
How dare you mention Discord?
I'm literally howling at the moon right now.
And it was a lot of fun. It took a lot of work to put together, and there it is.
Shout out to Reich for the Minecraft server.
He didn't even build all of it.
For some of the Minecraft server.
Just look at that exquisite website.
I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? Is anyone even interested in this? You are? Okay. I want to do something fun for everyone. Man.
We're just going over a basic history lesson. I also just skip the chase and to talk about
Marecon?
Marecon? That was the follow-up to MLPCon, right?
Yeah.
That disaster. Oh yeah, the guy that made this podcast, he was the one organizing Marecon with a capital M, and he's also subsequently bailed on it 2 years in a row, and I had to fucking bail his ass out 2 years in a row. It's bullshit, man.
I told you not to do it.
You guys are
Shut up! I know you told me not to do it, but I did it anyway.
Anyway, come down on PCon.
There was a stallion filleting competition that came out of it, so it was worth it.
I remember. The VR one? Are you talking about the VR one?
Yeah, the VR one.
That was the best panel
Yeah.
of the entire convention. Hands down. Loved it.
So imagine an octagon with holes on every side with a magical screen as the doors begin to close slowly behind us.
The staff just closed the doors on us. We are talking 18 plus right now.
We did say a swear couple words.
Oh, I don't think any of us have cursed yet. We said the B word, but
Fuck.
Yeah, buck.
Barry.
Anyway, so there was that. We have the Equigon champion with us right now. If you want to speak up again.
That was you?
Yeah, we do have the Equigon
The
champion.
man, the myth, the legend is upon us.
More of a penis than anyone else.
Well, he guzzled more cum. That's how the tallying is done, and he was training like Rocky and Rocky 3. It was amazing.
What was your personal record?
Yeah. Can we give him a round of applause for sucking all that stuff?
Let's go. So, personal record?
Should we try to find the video?
I'm sure it's on Pony too.
It's really disgusting.
No, the one with the advertisement with the grapefruiting.
So
I'll see if I can find it.
Personal record, let's see. So on the Equigon leaderboards, I'm like number 2.
Number 2, impressive.
And
True gamer here.
Where would I find it, Jastar?
like there's the score and then there's like the
What's that?
quantity.
Would I have to go on Desu
I think
Archive
it
to
was
go
like
find it?
upper 50s, low 60s, I think.
You said
I think it's
55 Americans
In a row?
in 2
in a row.
minutes.
In 2 minutes.
The time
I
limit
remember
is 2
seeing it on
minutes.
Discord
That's
too.
one every
Every
2 seconds. I'm good at math, as you can tell.
It was this money horse thing.
Yo,
Yeah.
show of hands in the audience. Who went to Marecon?
The online SciTube / some Minecraft convention.
It's okay, you're among friends. You're among us.
Asian-looking guy in the second row. What did you like about Americon?
I think it happened again.
I love the schizo ranting under the bridge.
That was good. That was good. The funny thing about that was he was setting up over an active gas line, so there was always a chance of it exploding and him dying, which was incredible.
I don't know. I thought like he was like maybe schizoing out because of like it was a leaking gas line or something like that.
Well, he does it away from the gas line too, so I mean it follows him wherever he goes.
You mean like the gas line just sort of like teleports to its location, like it's typing in like /TCL?
Yes.
I was a big fan of Poomp. Where my poompers at? You know, there's a video.
I know. That was a horrible meme, and it should have been skipped every time the video played.
What was he about being under a bridge? This isn't the first time someone's got under a bridge for a panel.
You guys can come in. It's okay.
It's okay.
Come on.
You can come in. This is the hobby horse panel.
They're scared. It's okay.
It's all right.
This is 18 plus.
This is an 18 plus panel, so we'll need $30 for you.
You mean $18 minimum?
Send it to my PayPal.
Oh, hey, Zeus here. Zeus, like, he's wasted right now.
Okay, so let's keep the topic on hobbies and horses. Mares.
Push it along, Phil.
All right. Yes. So do we want to? We don't want to give any more information about Mare Fair. Do you think maybe location, time, or do we not want to?
All right, dudes. Mare Fair rules, okay? Mare Fair rules.
We're at a full con. Shut up, Wells!
That is an inside joke nobody needs to know about.
You guys have met the head pony in charge. He's right sitting next to me of Mare Fair. So he's in charge of the entire convention. He is the chair, basically, of the con. Right here. MSP is his name.
Everyone defers to Corpulent Brony.
No, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. Just ignore the man behind the curtain.
I am the political puppet that, if this all goes down, I'm screwed. Worst case scenario, everybody bails out. We can't force a mature clause. I'm 50 king.
For reference, his name is Barack Obama. He lives at 1400 West Pennsylvania Avenue.
But yeah, so like, man, like, so managing online projects with like Corp and other like successful people that have done projects on the board, like Marecoin and all that, we were able to pull off some like pretty good moves and secure a pretty good contract in a really badass place. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Let's see.
Is it with a Y?
Yes, Y and D. There you go.
Yeah, so like this is the place that it's going to be at. It's,
Mare Fair.
So initially we thought we could do it on our own, but then we had to get a firm to help us out. But with the help of the firm, we were able to get like this really good. Where is it? This isn't it.
Yeah, it is right there.
Is it? Is that icon?
It looks weird. Yeah, go ahead and scroll.
Zoom in a little bit.
Up with this. This looks weird. No, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong
On
place.
International Drive. Okay, it's a Wyndham Resort on International Drive.
I know an easy way to find it because half the reason we picked it is like, dude, there's this giant Ferris wheel, man. And like when we had our mascot, like her cutie marks like a Ferris wheel, so it was like a sign, you know.
Mare Fair, this wheel.
So the great thing about this venue is a lot of the complaints you hear from people about venues there where pony conventions are held is there's nothing within walking distance. Like here, for example, at HarmonyCon, we have Denny's, right?
Denny's! Yeah, let's
Shout out
go.
to Denny's.
How many people have walked to Denny's in the last 3 days?
Yeah.
Show of hands.
How long is that walk?
Denny's gang.
It's pretty long.
It's not that bad, but
Like how long is the walk about? Like 5-10 minutes?
I love walkable infrastructure, which
Yes.
is not in Texas.
Yeah, Texas sucks for walkable infrastructure.
The bridge is a little daunting.
it's better than TrackCon where there's nothing. Well, what the old venue?
Yeah.
Who knows about the new venue?
Yeah, good luck. You're gonna do all your walking or shuttling to the hotel or back from there.
So there's a couple con centers that have, or a couple conventions that have some stuff around. What's really cool about this venue as MSP is trying to find it is
What am I looking for?
there are like 60 or so restaurants within walking distance. Like there is no shortage of food.
And a liquor store.
And a liquor store within walk. 2 liquor stores at least.
Now we're
within walk.
talking.
2.
Like a really cheap one,
Yeah.
but well stocked.
So, you've got your little Ferris wheel park, and there's some restaurants in there. It's like a little mall thing, and there's a Wonderworks. There's a bunch of shit to do around the con area. You know, you've got a lot there. You've got a lot to eat. You've got a lot to do. It's a cool venue. It's different. There's no elevator either, by the way. You won't be waiting for any elevators.
So, yeah, I'm assuming like half the people already knew about all this shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
coming into this. Yeah. So I got a question to ask. Do you like this website better, or do you like this website better?
This website.
That one has soul.
Look at the graphic design.
Okay.
I like this.
Yeah, this is.
The other one will sell.
Yeah, so that's what the fear was, right? So I was on a boat when our contract was signed, and then they were like, "Oh, we got to go live," but we were working on this website this entire time, and they're like, "This is never gonna sell. This will never sell anything." So I was like, "It's okay, it's okay." And in 5 hours, we were able to whip up this website. So every other con website that follows this template, it's like that's about how long it takes to build one. It's like 5 minutes. But yeah, it takes about like 5 hours to build that. But
Okay, of the people who knew about Mare Fair before this, how many of you had seen that alternative site, this one right here? Anybody? There was an Easter egg pointing to it from the original site, right?
yeah, and only the Twitter haters will find it. So like you have to, or if you actually read all this bullshit, like I haven't even read this.
I read it.
Like it doesn't even work properly.
You read it? You look like you read it.
I've not read it, so like, yeah. So
I don't use Reddit.
yeah, we had it all the way at the bottom here with like the pony, and then you click it, and it takes you there. But there's one more Easter egg that you can tell your cool friends about that it was just the only perk of coming to this panel, and do you guys know the Konami code?
Yes.
Okay, so check this shit out. Okay, so once you type it in, the little code pops up, and then yeah, it's just matrix code that just says mares over and over again.
Yeah. So does it do the same tricks? Does it do the same thing on every page?
So I think if it's working properly, every page should have like a different SCAP song, because when they when they bailed on the fandoms, SCAP was just like do whatever you want with the stuff, right?
We have a question in the audience.
Are they stealing my IP?
Your IP?
Yeah, are they stealing it?
Are you SCAP?
Who's asking?
If you're familiar with GeoCities, you'll know that there's a tracker for IPs and stuff, and it's always at the bottom of the website. So as you can see, we're currently collecting IPs at about this rate. This isn't a GIF; it's real. So we're selling, or Twitter's blowing up. One or the other's happening right now.
We're selling Twitter.
That's beautiful. Oh, it's playing the song.
Yeah. Okay, panel's over. Let's go.
All right.
I just wanted to show people this. This is the only reason I wanted to be on.
All right. Well, that's about Mare Fair. Do you want to move the topics on to mares?
Next topic.
What topic? What do you want to talk about?
White Castle.
White Castle? Shut up. What do you want to talk about? I fucking hate the guy that runs a stupid podcast. I fucking hate every project he's involved in. I fucking hate him for trying to tank MLP and be like, guys, let's all make panels, and then fucking bailing on them.
Anyways, what makes a background pony catch your eye? For me personally, Derpy's eyes being kind of like, one way, one going one way, one going the other way, I really like that. But that's just me personally. Yes.
Snow pity.
Finn doesn't know where the snow pit is.
No comment.
Why does everybody stand under a bridge to make a panel?
Because we rule.
Because we're trolls. That's where trolls live, under bridges. I like a Mare Snoofa.
We have an hour to kill, by the way, folks. If you have anything you want to talk about, or just come in and say it.
We got one over here.
How scared are you about the logo situation?
not scared about the logo situation?
What's wrong with the logo?
I'm trying corp. Oh, Mares. Oh, shit. Okay, I got it.
This one for me.
Louder. Which logo situation are you talking about?
The MareQuest?
The logo for the convention is a balloon, and it's depicted of the of us lifting the mares up and lifting ourselves up to like higher levels, right? Is that correct?
And it's, and people don't know this, but it's powered by snow pitties.
Yeah, and we'll have art that signifies that. So there was some confusion going around and some controversy around this. But as a show, and like it kind of threw some of our team members in a panic. So as a show of confidence, I took this website and I showed it to my coworkers and my boss, who can fire my ass for anything. And I was like asking them what they thought about the website on mobile, and nothing stood out to them. And it is just a pony website. In fact, they know that I call out because sometimes I gotta watch the rewatch stream on Saturdays. I don't say later than 8 o'clock on a Saturday because I gotta watch Pony on the rewatch stream.
Yes, we have a question in the back again from the guy with the big hair.
Is your boss going to Mare Fair?
Is your boss gone?
I've been trying to gaslight as many of my coworkers as I can, just to fucking shoot. Like I got this one guy's like, I don't care for no rainbow brights. He's the kind of blue collar guy to say a lot of things about my Asian heritage, but he might show up. I'm gaslighting him slowly to show up just because he's got kids and you got Disney World right there. So if you can just show up for that one week,
Universal's better.
Universal is better.
Universal, where every ride is, hey guys, emergency, take this flash drive and save the world. Get ready for a wild ride. Every ride at Universal.
Speaking of rides, this one never ends. The ride never ends. The ride never ends. I can't leave.
Shut up.
I tried.
White Castle?
Any other questions? Anything else?
Anything else?
So how about that airline food, This is the first time I flew to a convention. I didn't eat any food, but
Does anybody want a pony drawn on MS Paint with a trackpad?
Or we're taking requests.
Does the trackpad work?
Don't have MS Paint.
all right.
What? This is Linux?
It's Linux. We don't have MS Paint.
Two pin top. You want GIMP?
Well, all right, gents. Well, that gets set up. Let's talk about just a generic topic in relation to the show. How would you feel if Friendship is Magic ended with Twilight getting her wings? If at the end of season 3, right at the end, right after Magical Mystery Cure, if the show was just over, how would you feel?
Wouldn't be here.
Disappointed.
You wouldn't be here, huh?
I think we would have died.
I mean,
Can't control Z on this? What the?
you are wearing a G4.5 shirt, so.
That's G5.
That's
Is it G5? I don't know anymore.
Lucia, you're like completely out.
I'm out of here, man.
You can't even cut and paste. What the hell is
Have
this?
you tried paint.net?
Linux sucks.
Paint.net, my friend.
I don't work on Linux. You gotta use GIMP.
You got it? Okay, is there GIMP on this?
You gotta get GIMP.
I don't think I have.
You're not even GIMP installed?
I hate Linux.
Graphic image manipulation program or something?
So, I'd like to apologize for everyone for wasting your time.
Yeah.
I'm sure as you've all been
Yes.
aware, according to the thread, there's a party going on elsewhere. The thread's posted about. Is this still going on, Wolven's party?
There's a party?
Yeah.
Oh, there's party hard.
Yo, where are you
We're
at?
not allowed to talk about it because I think there's like a post on like HarmonyCon or something. Oh, you can control the others? Badass. Okay. Who's the first pony we're drawing?
Dicks.
Dicks? Okay.
Who likes dicks? Huh? We got a dick stand. We got a couple dick stands here.
Drawing
Yo,
dicks.
raise your hand if you like dicks. Huh? There you go. Is that a large dicks or an extra large dicks?
It's a large dick.
Large dicks. Very cool. Show of hands, who likes mares?
We can't keep asking the same questions.
Yeah, but I said it cool.
Come on, ideas guy, think.
We have a question in the back. Yes, sir.
Is Dick's a mare?
Dick's?
She's a
is
filly.
Dick's a mare?
She's a filly.
She's a filly. Filly. What happened?
I don't even remember what she looks like.
Just look at this shirt. It's right there.
Wearing the shirt.
He's wearing dicks on his chest.
I have dicks on me right now.
All right.
Yes, who in the back? Hello.
Dick's y'all's favorite filly.
Oh, favorite filly. Let's start with the artist over on the computer.
Oh, she's cool.
Who's your favorite filly?
Favorite filly?
Okay, like it was Apple Bloom for the longest time, but like Scootaloo, that fucking the chicken, the chicken's wrong.
My favorite filly is Philly Twilight Sparkle.
Nice. I've always been a big fan of Sweetie Belle. You know, the dumb fabric, the squeaky voice. She's a cool filly.
Very nice.
I forgot she's got a cigarette.
Me personally, I really like Philly Applejack. That scene where she's running to Granny Smith and she gets her cutie mark, that really hit the feels. I love it.
I'm not a Philly dealer, so I'm just gonna pass. I'm really basic, so I'm gonna go with Apple Bloom. I like the bow. It's cute, okay? I'm just saying.
What about you guys?
Apple Bloom.
Let's hear some favorite Phillies in the audience. Shout them out.
I'm like tied between it was Babs for like a time, and then I
Babs.
Yes, in the back there.
Yes.
Philly second?
Yeah.
Damn, look at that doobie. We smoking fat doinks in Amish? Fat doinks.
It's fucking nice out.
Okay, what's the next pony we're drawing?
Yes.
Trixie? Okay.
Eating a pine cone.
Yes. Her greatest magic trick.
Draw her like jaws gaping, eating the pine cone.
Does anybody remember where that meme came from? Trixie and pine cones?
No.
Oh, it's an old one.
It's an old one, yeah.
I know she likes crackers.
I don't know the answer. I'm just wondering if anyone knows.
All right.
Wow.
I can't even draw a transcribe person. Holy.
Oh, you're trying to do a fly?
We could work with that.
Is this what it looks like?
I'm gonna
draw the
line there a little bit. You can bring it up.
Where's the button? Oh, no. I ruined it.
Soiled it.
So what are we looking
no.
at? Is this how Trixie cuts you up in multiple pieces for that magic trick, or is this just a look spot?
So, should we talk about AI? Oh, AI, huh?
That's a pretty hot topic.
I think the first introduction to AI was 15.ai for the fandom, at least. You know, with the pony voices. But now it's developed a lot lately. We've got, drawings. We've got really, really convincing text generators. Yes.
Can we expect a commercial with these text generators?
I hope so. I hope we can expect commercials purely based on text generation from AIs.
Introducing the next step in text-based story generation.
Mare.
AI.
Honestly, AI kind of scares me. It's I don't know if it's going to replace our jobs, but certainly as a creative, content-driven fandom that we are, photography, drawings, music, voice acting, it's all kind of up in the air as to whether or not that will be fully replaced.
See, I disagree. I think you're always going to need original content creators. Not only that, but I think AI is going to drive a whole new level of creation of content, and it might not be created by humans all the time, or it might be assisted by AI. But I think that you're going to see a lot more shit, and we have seen more shit being done, like a lot more cool music videos of ponies singing.
Oh, like Pony Zone.
I need to also like a serious thing on that topic, right? Like a lot of the contention around AI stuff has been, oh man, you're just copying their style, right? But in order to have something like that, you need to make something worth copying. So like, there's always going to be people trying to make something original. Eventually, everyone's going to get tired of the same shit you see on Twitter, right? Like the same shaded thing, the same deal. Like people are gonna want like more extreme style.
Also, the thing about the creation of that kind of art, it's accessibility. It allows people who don't necessarily have that kind of skill to be able to create the things that they have the vision to create. And it allows for that kind of creation to be made. It's more content, it's more mares, and it's really exciting. It's just made in a different way than traditionally, but I say we embrace the future.
Hey, I'm gonna draw one more pony and bail on this shit because it sucks.
Yeah, we will in a second. Let's finish up and then we'll ask the question. We answer the question that someone had their hand up.
Answer a question and then we're free to leave.
You're never free to leave.
Damn.
Gentleman in the back.
That's really interesting, but I don't remember fucking asking.
Neither did I. And that's been your Hobby Horsecast, everybody. Thank you for coming. Wow. If you ever see the host try to pull any project out of his ass, do not let him. Thank you.
Who? Ask.
Thank you. You guys are too kind.
Thank you, HarmonyCon, for approving this panel for whatever reason. I don't think they actually watched a single episode of it.
Were we supposed to?
Programming was like, well, we have an hour at the end of the night. Like, come on,
The
guys.
staff member just walked away from the door. They've given up. Hello, friends.
Hello, friend.
okay.
Goodbye, friend.
Goodbye, friends.
You're fine. Hey.
Everybody say goodbye.
I salute you, safety staff in blue shirts.
There's no fourth wall here. We can acknowledge you.
King Evershade.
King Evershade.
Evershade, we need you to save the panel. Evershade. Everybody, kneel. We have royalty among us.
We do.
Hail to the king, baby. Hey, get up here, Evershade.
Get up here.
Okay, Evershade, as you can see, I'm drawing ponies. Which pony do you want me to draw for you?
Now's your chance to say glimmer.
Applejack?
No.
What?
He said abstract.
I think he said
Abstract glimmer, that's what he's asking.
Okay, the king needs to think before he decides. That's fine. I'll draw one more for the king.
choosing a mare is very important.
Yes, question.
Can we expect more panels like this at Mare Fair from you guys?
Yes, from the creator of the hobby horse, of course. If we get more applications from him for whatever reason.
So actually, that question reminds me. If you guys want to go to Mare Fair, it should be a fun time. If you want to do a panel, like we want people to sign up for panels who've never done a panel before. Like if you've got some crazy frippin' idea that you don't think anyone, has ever done, or even if you want to do an idea that's already been done, like sign up for a panel. Like it's free, and you're probably going to get approved. Right? Same thing for vending. Like we want new vendors. We've already got some new vendors who've never vended at pony conventions before, who are going to be at Mare Fair with pony products, and we're going to be pony first on panels and vendors. If there's a vendor signing up, we're asking them, how much pony are you showing in your booth? And based on that answer, they may not be vending at Mare Fair.
Gotta be ponies.
Bro, they turned down AZG Chip, dog. How could they do that?
AZG Chip has already asked to be a vendor at Mare Fair. I mean, I'm not the head of vending or anything, but I mean, he's approved in my book.
So everything and me. Oh, what's up?
Sea Swirl.
Sea Swirl? Badass choice. All right, what do you want? I mean, Afro guy.
I have some crazy ideas. Is there any limits to what channels can go?
Please don't use anything too profane that goes against the venue's
conduct standard?
I would say about anything is going to be allowed except anything overtly
in violation of state or national
well,
law.
You can be a little bit obscene, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's going to be some level of obscenity. Like if you're looking at art or something, I don't think looking at animations of actual like sex is probably not going to be good. I think, but I mean, if you have a picture or something, as long as it's not too much.
How about a reading?
Reading, yeah. Even if it's a clock flick or something, if it's just a reading, yeah, why not? Like, there's nothing wrong with reading. It's fundamental, and books are really important, and everyone should read books.
Why are you looking at Lyra recolors?
no worries. I'm just drawing Sea Swirl.
Oh, right.
All artists use references.
And some of them trace, and that's maybe okay.
I know what her cutie mark looks like, okay?
So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, or if you want to volunteer and help the convention, you know.
Look, all I'm saying is if Nurse Redheart can skirt the Geneva Convention, so can we.
Exactly. That's why we need to figure out how best to skirt the issues with whales and stuff like that, right? Right.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to skirt the issue in this panel. what the fuck do we talk about?
Line, please.
Hey,
you've got this whole book of content.
We went through it already.
Can we talk about Marecoin?
Marecoin. How about the Marecoin? We're talking about stuff they already know about.
All right, everything, is that good enough? Is that good? Is that a good enough system? I couldn't draw dolphins, but I can draw 69. Draw the dolphin.
Wait, do we have a question? Did you have one?
Was there a question?
I was going to say that the Americoin, I think something a lot of people didn't notice is the brim. It has that Latin phrase. Yeah. Which means the ride never ends.
Yeah. That's an interesting phrase. It's how does it go? Equitatis nunquam finit, I believe. And I have no way of proving it, but I was kind of curious because the phrase "the ride never ends" is on the coin on the front, right? And I was like, everyone else, there was a lot of suggestions of different Latin phrases and Latin words, maybe because you look at a coin, at least in the U.S., you see like "e pluribus unum," and you're going to interrupt me again.
Is that good enough, dolphin?
I was like, where?
Dolphins too.
Right there on our flank, just like that's good. All right, sweet. All right, I'm out. Cool. Thanks.
So I was curious. I'm like, okay, so what does the ride never ends? Like, how would that be in Latin, right? So I did some research and tried to figure out like the closest approximation, and found out number one that the idea of a ride is a very modern contrivance. Back in the day, back when people were speaking Latin daily, there was no idea of like a ride. The only thing you would ride would be a horse, right? Like that's it. So that's why the word for ride is basically equitatis, which is, you can see equine in it, right? And one other possible translation of that phrase, equitatis nunquam finit, of the word equitatis, is it could be a ride, or it could be a mare's heat, or estrus. So there's kind of a double meaning and a double entendre with that.
I like it.
How are you doing?
Welcome to the stage.
Yeah, welcome, special guest.
You're going to introduce yourself?
Say White
Jackson?
Castle.
Say the funny line.
Have you been to White Castle before?
This is the Hobby Horse Podcast.
Or something like that.
Welcome to the Horby House.
Yeah, we have a question in the front here.
Are you guys gonna be doing like custom, like factory plushes for Mare Fair?
Not this year. Not likely this year. That would take. So there's a minimum order requirement. If you guys know about the MPPP, the mass produced plush panel or whatever.
Massively produced pony plushies.
They need to collect orders in advance, and they build up a big list of orders because there is a minimum order for Ollie Factory, and then they send that one order in. There's a huge bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we are, as a first-year convention, we don't want to be spending too much money on things that aren't central to what we're trying to accomplish, which is having having a fun convention, a fun time. Our money's mostly going to be going to the venue and AV.
If they want to sleep early.
I don't know. I mean, we're still going here, aren't we? What time is it? We got
12:46.
Yeah, so
we've got 45 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to. We're only halfway done here, guys.
Yeah. You're ready? All right, this is part 2.
All right, welcome to
The ride doesn't end.
After Dark.
Yeah,
After
in the back
dark.
there.
So you podcast go to Mare Fair?
Are you going to Mare Fair? They want to know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know if any of you guys ever did watch the ML podcast or listen to it. If you did, I'm very sorry. But someone who is a regular on that podcast is saying that they're possibly going to be at Mare Fair, and this is this person's first pony convention ever. Should I even say anything about it?
No.
Okay, I can't say anything about it. I've said too much already. But yeah, there's going to be some people there who've never been to pony conventions. I know I've seen that in the thread a lot too. People saying, hey, I've never been to a PonyCon. This is going to be my first one. Because believe it or not, there are people still joining the fandom today. There are people who've joined the fandom since COVID was a thing, and they haven't been able to go to a PonyCon.
There are people born after the year 2000 who found the fandom on TikTok and have joined through TikTok. This fandom isn't dying. It's constantly evolving. That's all.
Yeah, it's never ending.
Crazy.
All right.
Now would be a good time to ask, right?
Does anybody else want to talk about anything, or I don't want to end it early. I don't want to do something prematurely here. I want to be sure that we complete everything to their satisfaction.
All right. Let me just pull up one more topic. So we did breach this, which was really great. But the fandom is evolving. The fandom is changing. Where do you think it's going? We can't predict the future. I definitely would not have predicted where things have gone, and the fact that we have our own convention that's going to be going on, like that's so very. It's
Don't say we.
That whoever is doing it, that's great, awesome, good for them.
What did you do?
The power of yet. But anyways, so where do you guys think the fandom is going? What do you think is next?
The Insane Asylum.
Well, that's a bit obvious. I think we all take that as where we are inevitably headed. But
And then Equestria.
of course.
Yay.
So which one?
Is there answers here? In the back, the first one.
Bluey fandom.
Bluey fandom? And what, on the left, I'm sorry, in the far right there, in the far back.
I was going to say that Ned and Marathon become one.
Yes.
They become one.
The grand conjoining.
Afro Man.
I like to think that the fandom's going to Mare Fair.
The fandom is going. Yes. And if you will all do a quick moment and check your badges. If you notice you have an A followed by a number. I've looked around the convention this weekend and I've noticed that the number has exceeded 1,100. That's 1,100 attendees at HarmonyCon. I believe that is the highest number attendees for HarmonyCon ever. So even after COVID kicked our asses, we are still out here pushing, enjoying mares. It's phenomenal, really.
And give it up for numbers.
Numbers! Anybody got dubs, triples? Anybody?
Singles?
I
got dubs! Check them! Check them! Dubs! Dubs! Check them! 866.
It's a phenomenal thing that the fandom, even after the fandom quote unquote died in 2019 with the death of BronyCon, we're still here in 2023, 4 years later.
Yeah!
Celebrating mares. Give it up for mares!
Yeah! All right. Does Hobby Horse end at midnight? Not we're in Hobby Horse. Does Waifu Wars end at midnight?
It's past.
Who's the staff here?
Oh, end at 1. I have dementia. Please be patient.
Is there a staff member in charge of this room right now?
I think they just gave up on us.
Okay. I was gonna ask if they want. If you're here, make yourself known if you want to go to sleep early or they're forcing you to work hours and you have to stay till the end anyway. Like, that would be the time to speak up.
Everybody gave up.
We have until 1:30. 1:30.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Why am I? Well, because Jeff gave up, and it's like wrestling. You tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag it in.
Yeah, I'm tagging in. So who wants to tag out?
That one came back in.
Okay.
On the right.
Who wants to tag out? You want to keep going?
I'll tag.
Keep going.
Yo.
Tag it out?
No, like out of this whole panel. You want to tag out of the whole panel and go to bed.
We can shoot the Mare
keep
bits
going?
for a bit. Yeah.
I might actually have to tag out if somebody wants to tag in.
All right.
You guys decide.
Do you guys have any fun con stories from here? Because I have one that I'd like to tell.
Con stories?
Yeah. So funny story. So I was doing an Anon cosplay earlier. So bye, Lucian. Thank you. Bye. Anyways, I was in the green morph suit, Anon cosplay, and I go up to the bar to get a drink, and I order the drink, and he's like, "Hey, can you show me your ID?" And so I take out my ID, and he looks at my ID, and he looks up at me in my green morph suit, and he's like, "I can't tell who you are," and I was like, "That's the point." So I took my mask down, and he saw who I was, and I was able to get the drink. But that was just a really, really funny moment that I just couldn't have scripted. What about you guys? You guys have any fun stories?
I think I have
The king is leaving the building. The king is leaving the building.
Bye. King Evershade. All right, what do you,
So my favorite memory of HarmonyCon so far was when the King Evershade came to my panel.
That was my favorite part too. How about Evershade's set? Wasn't that awesome? If any of you went to that? Yeah.
Is King Evershade going to Mare Fair?
I have not received confirmation. Yes, please do. He said something about my job, et cetera, and that he was not able to. As you know, there's negative PR going around right now. Yeah, there are a lot of rumors and innuendos and lies going around right now. And no. Yes, in the back.
Which version of Bookmaster are we getting in there?
As far as I know, Woolmaster has not decided yet to attend Mare Fair. There was
He publicly said he wants nothing to do with it.
Okay, yes. So there was a sponsor who happened to tell us that's what their name was and how they wanted to be thanked on the website. That's how we ended up there.
And then he threw a big stink about it on Twitter.com. Oh, it's a scam. Oh, people are impersonating me. By the way, he's not even the first person to list his name as Wootmaster on Twitter. There's like 10 other people before him, so he's got to check them first.
Yeah, it's not the first time the username's been used, and it was just a username.
Wootmaster impersonation panel.
That's a good idea. You should sign up for a panel. The Wootmaster.
Sign up for a panel.
Yeah.
Who's impersonating Wootmaster on Twitter.com?
Yeah, there's a question.
This fucking panel's allowed. How many Jackbox panels will you have at Mare
Oh,
Fair?
I'm planning every single one to be a jackpot.
Good.
Like include all the editions and everything like that?
Yeah, we'll start out with the first edition, and we'll do like panels where the audience picks the game, and panels where the game picks the audience.
We're actually riffier ponies. We're riffing. Nah, no association.
And they are having so much more fun over there.
They're like, woo! We're over here like, Yeah, anyways, you guys, what if Faust didn't leave the show? What if that happened? Remember Faust? Remember Lauren? Remember Mommy?
Let's do our own waifu wars.
Waifu wars. I think Fluttershy. My favorite part is my waifu.
There's really only one. There's no reason to have a waifu war. Like the war is already over. We already know who the best
Applejack
waifu
won
is.
Miss MLB
And that would be,
2019.
Twilight
Let's go!
Sparkle is the best. Twilight is the best, and there's not even a contest. So
Which year did Twilight win Miss MLP?
well, Miss MLP isn't about the best pony, right? It's a meme contest. It's about being rigged. Who can meme and rig it the most?
Personally, I think we need to end the brother wars between the waifu standards everywhere. We need to unite in our love of mayors into a greater mayor state.
Yeah, mayors should be everyone. Yeah.
Speaking of waifus, I'm hijacking this panel with no survivors. And I'm going to talk about my project that I am shilling right now.
Oh.
Whoa! I am putting together a team. I am on multiple websites finding people to assist me with this project. Raise your hand if you have a waifu. Yeah, maybe about half or 40%. Maybe about, I'm not gonna make that joke. So,
Mayors.
So, people have waifus. People have waifus. This is a common thing in a fandom. But, you know, what you can do if you have a waifu is maybe you buy a plushie, maybe, you know, you write some awful fan fiction that you're ashamed of exists. Maybe, you know, you go on websites and you talk about your waifu and how much you love her, but you can't actually, you know, talk to your waifu like out loud and, you know, give her hugs and stuff. So it's about time, you know, we're moving into the future, and if no one creates something to help you fulfill your life with your wife.
It's a robot.
Yeah, it's a robot. It's a robot.
It's a waifu robot, right?
Yeah, it's a waifu robot. It's going to be a robot of your waifu. Right now, there's about probably too many things for me to do. I am looking for help.
Did you finish the servo on it?
I have the design.
Aren't there torque motors?
Yeah, so I went down the rabbit hole of torque motors because the first step in creating a robot is finding the right motor. But the robot motors that exist are not really good enough. So
Which motor makes it wing?
that would be the hydraulic motor.
Woo! Hydraulic motor!
Yeah,
They like it too.
yeah, I've got the design for the I've got the design of the first motor ready to be printed out of plastic. And then if I get a good design, I'm gonna have it machined out of aluminum. But once the motor is made, that's gonna be the first step. The second step is going to be walking simulations. I haven't figured that one out yet, but there's there's a big community behind it. So I do need a lot of help. If someone wants to contact me, I don't know how, but it would be pretty cool.
Just make a post on 4chan saying, I want to help with the robot waifu, right?
That'd be really great. I'm trying to get it done as soon as possible. I have this pipe dream of doing it this year, but it's probably not going to happen.
So I think the gentleman in the afro had something to say.
Are you saying I can RP with my waifu?
Yeah, it would be.
RP but IRS.
So just imagine the.
We love you, other room.
So you could imagine like there's
30 seconds, let's start doing it again.
Yeah.
Like out of context. We start and let's see if they do it.
Can they like hear us from here?
These are the real
can hear them.
waifu
Well, we
wars.
can hear that.
They can hear us.
We could join these two rooms.
Yo!
We could tear this wall down! We could tear down this wall! Gorbachev!
Mr. HarmonyCon, tear down this wall.
It's not 201, it's 101.
I don't know, I believe the computer.
Ask the other room if they're gonna go to Mare Fair.
Hey, other room!
Hey, other room!
Hey, other room!
room! You going to Mare Fair?
Oh, they're ignoring us.
No, you're not. I could go to the other room and ask them.
Yeah. Hey, go to the other room and ask him.
All right.
I mean, their panel technically just ended.
I'll be right back.
Now tell them to come over here.
Do we have a mic long enough to reach the end?
No.
I'll pass the mic like through.
If I had my homie, he'd be able to.
Now that's phoning it in.
What?
When is Mare Fair?
When? September 29th to October 1st.
September, okay.
Orlando,
End
Florida.
of September. It's period.
Wait.
No, it's a month before Halloween.
Can you move it later? Maybe September 10th or 12th or
No, it's September 29th.
in between there,
I'm not doing No, we've already got our hotel dates set up by the venue.
Wow, I'm patriotic. Okay.
Well, it's not a question of patriotism. It's just, as a first-year convention, there are going to be some things we won't be able to do. But once you build that reputation of having a successful event, then the second year you can push the envelope a little bit. So maybe next year, after this one, we could have something at a better date for you.
I got back with their answer.
Will you be accepting panels?
They said yeah.
Okay.
This is what it's all
Yeah,
about.
that's the one thing about podcasts is like it freaking Vertigo too. Well, except somebody ran on stage and then
Though we did have a lineup of questions at the ML podcast. I remember we couldn't even answer everyone's question.
Yeah, but we started the Q&A like 20 seconds in.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Anything else anyone wants to talk about? Anything at all? Pony related? Preferably. Yeah.
Will you be picking a good charity for Mare Fair?
Yeah, we're going to be picking a horse rescue, probably local to Florida. We want to get one close to the con. It would be really awesome if we could pull something like, I think it was Pony Expo who had the miniature horses visit the con. It's probably not going to happen. Very unlikely. Interesting.
I would bring horses to a PonyCon.
But you know, it would be nice to have them. Maybe they could come down and run a table. I think it'd be really cool. Okay, so if you guys have gone to AmeriCon online or MLPCon online, have you guys seen the panels that someone named /r/horse did about mare anatomy? Yeah? No?
You're talking about your hawks.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think it'd be really cool to have like someone from the charity come in and do panels about like rescuing horses and taking care of them and the things that it takes to like nurse a horse who's been maltreated, you know, back to health. And I think that would be an interesting panel, you know. It's a little different, but I mean, it's kind of down those same lines, you know. Yeah, in the back on the left.
What's your opinion on mares and flares?
Do you want to answer this, Poner?
What was the question? I think I can answer this question. What was it?
Mares with flares. Mares with fairs. Sorry, I meant to say fairs.
Mares with fairs, like Mare Fair, right?
No, it's mares with flares.
So are you asking if
Like
there will
road
be a
flares.
flare mare panel? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, sure.
Well, would the panel just be about that, or would the panel, like, would it include some kind of rating system, or would it be more about, like, the philosophical kind of abstract thinking that you would create something outside of nature? Like, would that be it? Where a mare with a flare is not existing in nature, but it exists in an art form.
Get it there.
Yeah. All right, question in the back.
On the subject of flares, mares, what if we just had a ring with fireworks in it?
Yeah, fireworks are actually prohibited in our venue. I would say probably not. I don't know what the fire code rules are, but I'm sure that probably not a good idea. I would not bring any incendiary devices, please.
Are guns allowed?
I don't know what the venue's rules are regarding guns.
I don't think the venue said yeah. Cause we're in Texas, right? And even for this convention, it's right?
No, guns are allowed here. They must be concealed. If you read the warning on the outside of the door there, like the front door, it says, pursuant to some Texas law, you can't have anything open carry. Open carry is not permitted here. So there are concealed carries perfectly legal. As far as I understand, Texas law doesn't allow you to prohibit that shit. These are legal questions. I'm not a lawyer.
Hey, Afro Man, would you like to play a song for the podcast? Would you like the microphone?
Play Freebird!
Play Discord.
Bye. Dun 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 dun. Oh no!
Come on.
I know the lyrics.
I wrote a song about Discord, but it's not the kind of Discord from the show. I could try singing it if I edit out some of the stuff I probably shouldn't say here. I could sing it here.
Discord. He's a boogie man.
You got 22 minutes.
I don't know. It has to do.
Yeah, we got a question here. Why don't we answer this question?
Really upset.
I've been watching this panel since the beginning, and I can't help but notice there's 6 panelists.
That is correct.
Which is exactly the correct number of people to do Winter Wrap Up as a karaoke song if each of you pick one character.
That's an interesting observation.
It is.
Where the chorus?
How many microphones?
I think it's one line.
I think there's
that could be Wolfie.
Are we gonna pull up the YouTube?
There are also 6 members of the board of directors of Snow Pity Inc. It's 6 is a magical number, very powerful.
Look at the numbers
6
on your.
elements of harmony. My badge number is 66.
Very scary.
Mine's 80.
So I think there's a lot of power in those numbers, and I can't sing.
I'm
Months of winter.
There's another question.
Okay, we got another question.
Yeah, so on the firearm question about Mare Fair. On the firearm question about Mare Fair, I have seen people complaining because in the policies on the Mare Fair website, it says the following items are prohibited: functional firearms, so and so, and yet it might actually be allowed.
So I know for a fact open carry is not going to be allowed there. That's probably not allowed. So the rules there are mostly centered around a lot of cosplay rules, right? So functional firearms means you can't be walking around with an actual firearm that works, even if it's unloaded, openly in the open, showing it around, using it as part of your cosplay. I don't know what the venue's rules are and how that interferes with the state rules. I'm not a lawyer. If I get a definitive answer from the venue, I will definitely share it and make that public, and I'll even amend our rules, or at least make a mention in our rules that, hey, the venue doesn't allow this. I do know in Florida, in your hotel room, that's considered your domicile in Florida if you have a hotel room, so whatever that means.
One of the things we noticed when going over, like, reading our own code of conduct and everything like that, is a lot of the cons kind of fucking copy each other.
Yeah.
So in order to play it safe with the venue, like, that's our current thing, but if it's allowed.
You might say open functional firearms.
Yeah, there was originally slightly different wording to that, but at the same time, I don't want to, like, it's a fine line you have to cross, right? Because, like I said, we're not lawyers. We can't tell you what's legal and what's not legal, but we can tell you what the venue's going to allow and what the venue's not going to allow, and what we don't want to do to keep ourselves from getting in any sort of trouble. Like, obviously, that would be a bad thing to be in trouble with anyone. Like, there was a desire to do an auction for firearms, like, and we're like, that's a cool idea. It would be really funny to have like a rifle done up like Rainbow Dash, you guys see, and to have that and to bring it out and to sell it as the auction and charity auction, but at the same time, the amount of rules federally and state rules, oh no, like that is a nightmare. No.
You turn into a gun show.
Yeah, it's not something we want to deal with.
Yeah, the focus should be on
ponies.
Yes.
It always comes back to ponies and mares, yeah. That's why I didn't understand the best. Did any of you guys go to the best pony panel where they voted for who was best pony?
We went 2020, not this year.
I didn't understand why there were so many like dragons on it. Like, are dragons ponies?
They had some
bird.
Yeah, they also had a human.
And then a human.
No rules.
Picture was a human. Somebody comment voted. It's probably one of the best in 2020, so they got shit taste anyways.
Any other? I can't believe they were supposed to be over 12 minutes ago.
Well, they're having fun. So
we gotta. Yeah, it sound like we're having more fun.
The guards are switching our time.
Bears.
Amory's.
Okay, who wants to keep this panel going?
Oh, actually, I think that might be a really good idea. Let me steal it. No. So, if you've never been on a panel before, if you want to see what that feels like,
who wants to be on the panel?
step on up.
Oh, I'm absolutely.
I'm gonna step down. I got nothing more to say.
Hey, base. Okay. Hey, whoever, don't be shy. Don't be a victim of the bystander effect. Step up.
This is your time to shine. If you ever want to be on a panel,
This is
you can tag in, tag out.
Practice for.
Yeah, it's practice on Mare Fair if you ever want to run a panel.
So, new panelists, are you going to speak?
Oh, Mooney's going. Hell yeah. It's like half of it.
New panelist, are you
We
going to
had some
speak?
interesting developments show up. Here says missing child. Has anyone seen Miss Golly?
Golly, why?
Where did she go?
Oh no!
There's been an Amber Alert since 2019. Has anyone found her?
Turn off the Amber Alert. If anyone
My phone won't stop going off.
throw the phone in a pond.
Definitely not in my van. Not in the parking lot, nowhere. I'm sorry. No gollies will not be found, only lollies.
Speaking of vans, have you seen the Mare van? Yeah, the Mare van.
That is a based individual driving the Mare van, it looks like. I think someone who would do their van up like that deserves recognition for sure.
Yes. I think that was Anon. I love that guy.
Yeah, someone named Anonymous, yeah.
Have you seen this trial?
Okay,
Wow.
a new panelist, why have you not said a word?
Among
I'll
Us?
speak for him.
Yeah, get on the mic.
Hello, my name is Discreet Man that came up here to be in the panel and not speak.
Welcome, new panelist.
And I am also a non. This is a non. That's a non. We're all a non.
I am
Who's the original?
They're all named.
Who's the original?
I can't tell.
That's the
We all
original.
the same. Some of us are fatter than others. That's okay. It's all about the mares.
All about mares.
Mares.
That's what the show is all
Mares
about.
supremacy. Come on, Spec. Speak.
Hey, look.
Freedom of mayor.
New panelists. I have a quick topic list here. So usually, whenever you do a podcast, if you weren't sure, or even if you're doing a panel, there's usually some level of direction, and so there's topics. So we got favorite pony, favorite episode, least favorite episode, favorite fan creation. You know, so which one would you pick? Which topic do you think you could go into?
So, if you've ever seen Shino's work about Fall to Quest, he has a really nice comic where Pip goes up to the brown. What's the brown pony's name?
Calamity.
So Calamity's asleep, and Pip is really into him apparently. And like Pip, is mares, and you know how mares are. They need to make more mares. And as the comic goes, mare creates mare. And that's how it goes.
I don't read fanfics.
You don't read fanfics?
I read AI generated shit codes.
Yes. May I see it?
No. Unfortunately, it's been redacted.
Unfortunately.
Mods are cuts.
Mods are cringe.
For free.
Milky on the front page!
Milky on the front page! My job!
So, the question is, audience, who's your favorite Philly? Red Philly, orange Philly, green Philly, yellow Philly? Who's best Philly?
Didn't we just have that question?
I just got here.
I'm gonna change my answer.
Change your answer. Do it.
Yeah.
Apple Bloom 2.
I'm wearing it right now. Dicks.
I like how the other room load that.
They're watching the stream right now.
Wait, the stream?
There is no stream. And is this stream in the room with us right now?
You want to fucking kill me, dude.
Okay, I mean, this has been a lot of fun.
Fire stimulation.
Yeah. This has been a lot of fun. I think it's about time we wrap this up.
It's about time to end it all.
After party where?
After party where? Yeah.
Where's the MLP party?
Sorry to hate this. I know we're kind of coming up at the end of the thing, and I just want to say the janitor has been doing such a great job. I say we triple his pay.
Yeah.
Let's get that Jenny a raise.
From one whole shekel to 3, he's really moving it up.
Hey, person who's leaving, are you leave some stuff up here?
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I knew. I was joking.
If anybody wants any cards or stickers, we have some stickers that say mares, and we have some stickers of the logo for the convention, and we have cards and stuff. Right?
You want to handle those stickers or just take a small back?
Yes. Just come up and grab one, you know, if you want one. Otherwise, it's been wonderful. Sorry this panel sucked. I warned everyone. I don't know how or why. I warned everyone ahead of time.
And you know what? At the end of the day, you know.
Stay warm. Be Mareware.
What?
Anyway, be Mareware.
Mare wears? Where Mare? Where Mare? Mare Fair. Where Mare? Mare Fair.
Where, Mare?
Mares.
Mares.
Stickers. Base. Make sure this gentleman here gets a sticker.
Thank you so much.
Do you want a mare too?
Yes, please.
Okay, so come and get a mare.
Yeah. Come get your mares.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I would like to gauge into this for a second. Would anybody be interested if I tried to get a hold of Sean Keller for a live video panel at Mare Fair, possibly? Would anybody be interested in that? Might be able to set something up.
I thought you left the fandom spec.
Yeah, but Sean Keller is, you gotta love him. Might be able to get him there. At least with a video call.
A good teaser for next time. But what do you say we start wrapping up?
I've been corpulent brony too.
I've been tired.
I've been literally who? Mr. Content.
I told I wasn't allowed to be on here, but I'm here anyways.
I'm Smutty, and I have one question. Does anyone know where any of the mod cosplayers went?
There was the one cosplayer that I saw. Oh, there was 4 of them?
Oh yeah,
I saw 2.
Does anyone know where any of them went?
Probably in the rave.
They're in the rave?
Probably.
Okay, bye.
The resident bonfire has left the building.
He was going.
And who are you? Who were you this time?
I'm Mooney Dust. I draw horses.
Wonderful.
Literally who?
Literally who? Well, to the audience members, once again, we're sorry it sucked, but I guess it wasn't our fault. Well, thank you so much for coming. You're a lovely audience, and the doors were unlocked. You could have left at any time. I don't know why you stuck around, but we thank you for doing so.
I
mean, not even the host himself showed up.
Yeah. All right. Somebody post the party. Somebody post the room number for the party in the thread, please. I need to forget this.
Don't forget to bump the threads, give the replies, give out the use, do your due diligence.
Like and subscribe.
You want to spoon feed a little more?
Subscribe. That's right. Subscribe.
All right. Have a good evening, Anons.
Okay, so all this is happening in Minecraft, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not even breakable.
Wait, what?
Joke.